Hey guys, welcome back. How have you been? Is everything going okay in your world? I hope it really is. Today I wanted to talk about trauma, but not in a heavy way, not in an intimidating way. I want to talk about how to make it practical, a little more fun, and honestly, mind blowing. Because here's the thing most of us don't realize when we're feeling triggered, it's not just about being emotional, it's about actually your brain, body, and thoughts all jumping in at the same time, like having an overdramatic group chat. Here it is. Your body's going crazy, heart's racing, your emotions are firing all over and out of control, telling you you're in danger, and your thoughts, yep, this is it. We're not safe. That's the message it keeps sending. And we're just sitting there like, wait, what is happening? What just happened? What I'd like to do instead of trying to shut it all down, I'd like to get a little smarter and be a little more creative about how we respond to it. So, I'd like to suggest tricking our brain in a good way. So, your brain, it has one job, keep you alive. Here's the problem. It's not really great at telling you past versus present situations and moments or separating them at all. So let's gently call it out. The next time we feel triggered, we can try this. We can look around and say, yes, we're going to say it out loud if we can. Okay, what is actually happening right now? Then we get specific about it. Like, I am sitting in a chair. I am looking out a window. No one is chasing me. It sounds a little too simple, right? Here's the twist. You're not calming yourself down. You're fact checking the fear. That's a totally different mindset. We're befriending our body instead of arguing with it. So, most people treat their body like it's being dramatic. But what if your body is actually just sending voice notes from the past? So instead of saying, oh, why am I like this? Try, huh, what is my body trying to show me? Now, here's a fun one. If your anxiety had a personality, what would it be? Would it be a paranoid security guard, an overprotective parent, a smoke alarm going off when you're making your morning toast? Because once you see it in that way, it becomes less scary and a little more understandable. Once you've done that, move on and try this. Press your feet into the ground like you're rooting into the earth. Or tense up your muscles and take a deep breath like you're powering up and then release. Basically, you're telling your body, hey, I hear you, but we're okay and we're going to be just fine. And then we can take the whole narrative that we're telling ourselves and flip it. Flip that script. This is where it gets quite interesting, and it's one of my favorite parts of this tool I'm sharing. Your thoughts during trauma can sound super convincing. It'll say, I'm not safe, I can't handle this, something bad is about to happen. Instead of arguing with those thoughts, try this lateral movement. Ask, what else could be right and true about this right now? Now, that's not the opposite. just what's another possibility. As an example, we hear or think, I'm not safe, versus I feel unsafe, but I might actually be okay. We hear, I can't handle this, versus this is uncomfortable, but I've handled things like this before. See the difference? You're not forcing positivity, you're expanding the story. Here's a bonus mind hack. I like to call it zoom in, zoom out. The next time you're feeling overwhelmed, your brain zooms all the way in. So let's play with it and ask yourself, what's happening in this exact moment? Zoom in. Will this moment matter in a week? Zoom out. What we're doing is teaching our brain flexibility, which trauma tends to take away. All that brought together creates, instead of creating panic or a feeling of hijack, it creates a feeling of option. You now can fact check your fear, get curious about what's going on in your body, and rewrite the story in real time. And honestly, that's where the power is. So remember, you're not too sensitive. You're not overreacting. Your system learned how to protect you really, really well. And now you're just upgrading the software. If this hit for you, save it for later, especially for a moment when your brain decides to go full drama mode. And remember, take that 5 minutes for passionate self-inquiry. And be kind to yourself. And if you feel this message today might help somebody you know, please comment below and share. Because it could help somebody, and that's the kind of network that we're creating here. As always, my friends, stay safe, be kind to yourself, and until I see you again, take with you all of my love.